Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right now.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. As we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Miami, advantage in one series. And, of course, Orlando sitting there 4 spots below.
And when I look at Orlando, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing that perhaps could be the system.
Oh, what a finish!
Good.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
And, Greg, when you look at the top perimeter defenders in the game today, how high does Jimmy Butler rank on that list?
Look, he's in the top handful, no doubt about it. Multiple all-defense selections. He is a true two-way terror.
He goes up again. Pass to Adebayo. Second chance shot, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul goes against Orlando. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
Augustine looking around. Plenty of space. Offensive rebound. Vucevic dishes to Ennis. Orlando moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Augustine. Orlando needs to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Jones kicks to Robinson. Now the pass to Butler. An easy 2 points on the layup.
The offense, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
Gordon finds Vucevic. They can't stop the run with that one.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the shot goes in.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? This could turn into a blowout very quickly.
Ennis with the ball. Jones covering. And it's Gordon missing. The Heat have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Butler, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Ennis passes to Vucevic. He feeds it to Gordon. Uses the glass to drop it in.
Boy, Vucevic so solid in all fundamentals of the game and really an outstanding passer for a big guy.
The Heat leading by 8.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
1:53 left to play here in the first. Gordon, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Gordon's got his second bucket of the night.
The inside is where Gordon is really most comfortable and effective. Very few defenders can get to a shot given how high he gets up on it.
Here's Butler, and that comes off the assist by Jones.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Hits out that one from Ennis.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Butler. Here's Adebayo. And it's blocked by Gordon.
Good defensive instincts there displayed by Gordon. Reading the shooter all the way and timing the rejection perfect.
And that one, good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Pass to Nunn. Fires, high post. Good on the jump shot. Nunn's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, he recognized the overcommitment by the defense there and then made a smart pass to get that ball back outside.
Now here's Ennis. Guarded closely. Pass to Augustine. Shot clock at 6. Here's Vucevic. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Vucevic possesses what I call a throwback big man game and really is most comfortable operating from this area of the court.
Here's Jones. Gordon with the defensive effort.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Here's Butler. That one drops for him. Butler's got 6.
Excellent touch around the rim. Really nicely done. Jimmy Butler making it look easy.
And so it's Miami with their lead standing. The trade deadline is approaching, and Jimmy Butler talked about how it feels.
Feelings are different for everybody, to tell you the truth.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Miami.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
We've got Jay Crowder. Dragic is out there with Hero. And there's Iguodala. And it's Olynyk in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Clark, you played the traditional power forward position in the NBA years you had back in the 80s at such a high level. Who's doing that right now?
Tell you what, the power forward position has changed so much, Kevin. These 4 men now are not really the enforcing type physical guys that we saw in the 80s and even 90s. They're agile, they're rim protectors, they're shot makers from deep, and guys like Anthony Davis and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you, Anthony Davis goes to the top of my list in today's game.
Blake Griffin, another one with Detroit.
Yeah, good call.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Fultz, no good. Crowder, the pass to Dragic. And there it is for him. Dragic has got the lead up to 11 now for the Heat.
And I respect the craftiness and savvy of Dragic. I mean, when he gets positioned deep inside, he finds a way to score.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for Miami. They've led by as many as 11 points. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Stolen by Bamba. Here's Birch. Tries again. Passes it to Ross. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Bamba. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Adebayo.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
Kicks it out to Iguodala. Left side, Crowder. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, a sturdy 2-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
A basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge spear of influence.
You look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
It's clear that Iguodala loves to dunk. Give him room to take off, and he's going to finish with authority.
Here's Dragic. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. That's 7 points for Goran Dragic.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Charity stripe shot. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
This offense just continues to impress.
Yeah, getting hotter and hotter, Greg, and they're really cooking now. Actually cooking with gas, and you know what kind of heat that is. Fire!
The Heat making a switch here. Adebayo's checked in. Orlando also making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Aaron Gordon comes in for Cam Birch. And Fournier subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Fournier goes in and misses it off the right side of the rim. Miami leading by 17. Here's Silva, and there's another one for the Heat.
Boy, the unselfishness of Iguodala is really admirable. A forward with excellent vision. He has a feel for when one of his guys is open.
Here's Fournier, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Heroes checked in for Andre Iguodala. DJ Augustine's checked in for the Magic. Dragic gets the bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's a look at the schedule for the Magic. On Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And looking at the Cavs matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to the Hornets. Butler, no good. Gordon deciding where to go with it. The pass to Ross. There's 25 seconds left in the first half. Three-pointer Augustine. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Butler.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah,
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
You know, Butler is athletic. He's got great skills, but he's also an intelligent player, a natural leader, too, a former 30th pick overall in the 2011 NBA draft. He continues to ascend.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. It was all about Miami as the game got going. A smoldering performance. And that.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Goran Dragic has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Orlando, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Augustine, and the layup is good. Augustine's got the first field goal the second half for the Magic. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it, and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. The ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those were things that I did pretty well.
And the basket by Gordon.
Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical to sky up for the board.
And Adebayo throws it down.
I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Back to Fournier. Ball's knocked loose. Outside Butler. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 5th assist in this one. Takes the 13-footer off the left rim and out.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
The Magic trail by 21. Butler with the steal. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Butler's got 11 points.
And Butler is no easy cover. When he's in the paint, he's looking to score, which is what you should do. I like his attacking, confident mindset.
Back to Gordon. Pass to Ennis. Kicks it out to Gordon. Another miss by Orlando. Miami leading by 23. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Out of bounds, Miami takes possession.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Vucevic. Averaging about 19 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
And the hard scramble upbringing for Jimmy Butler, well chronicled in Houston, Texas. He says it played a part in making him the person, Clark, he is today. But it doesn't explain him.
That's a great way to put it, Kevin, because we are certainly influenced by our experiences and our past, but it doesn't dictate where we'll go in the future. He bounced around for 4 years in different places from age 13 on. No recruiting buzz out of high school, and from there to here, that's a major climb. Credit to Jimmy Butler.
And finished off by Fultz.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Heat.
To the paint. Here's Olynyk. Pass to Hero. Beyond the arc. Kept alive. Outside Butler. 6 to shoot. Miami no good on that time either. Orlando, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Ross for 3. Up again. Rebound by Butler. The Heat have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And Crowder slams it in.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Ross against Butler. To the wing on the left. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. It's stolen by Carter Williams. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2. That one on Olynyk. Well, when you look at Mo Bamba with his size around 7'1" and height, Clark, the longest wingspan, arm span ever measured at the combine, he can dominate inside.
And you know what, guys? The scary thing is he's got room to fill out. He's got room to add good muscle and weight to that frame. And once he does, he's going to be a nightmare to deal with.
Passes to Birch. Unloads from 13. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Leonard the pass to Hero. Back to Leonard. Ross with the steal. And here's the fast break. Ross leading the way. And the jam by Ross.
Tell you what, Kevin, Ross covers ground in a hurry. A nanosecond.
And at the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been just. And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that's the 3rd of 4 straight played at home. Iguodala out there with Hero. Then there's Myers Leonard. Then there's Hill. And it's Silva in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely, Greg. I mean, of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
Butler, he's checked in for Miami. Crowder, he's checked in for Miami. Birch, and it's sent back by Leonard.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Bamba against Leonard. Wandu passes to Birch. Bamba in the high post. Leonard's there. Birch. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to be a coach.
You've got all the security in the world, believe me. Iguodala finds Crowder. It's Hill, top the key. Here's Nunn. Again, the miss by the Heat. The Magic have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the 4th quarter underway. Clark, the pass to Birch. Now here's Carter Williams. Goes up the baseline. He gets it in there.
Well, I tell you, when Carter Williams is hitting from the mid-range, it elevates and lifts his teammates. Great to see him looking for that shot. You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
Crowder dishes to Iguodala. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Heat?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
Orlando, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Right side, Leonard. He kicks to Hill. There's the 3. Rebound by the Magic. And here they go. Here's a 1-2. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the first one at the line is good.
Guys, the scoring efficiency for DJ Augustine peaking in the last couple of seasons. As he enters his 30s, he's showing he can be an impactful offensive player.
And the Heat making a change here. Olynyk checked in, and a switcher also for Orlando. Fultz, he's checked in for Carter Williams. There's the pass to Nunn. Puts it up. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And along with the shooting, Clark, Augustine a pretty good passer as well.
Yeah, not a big rate of assist or a huge rate of assist, but what I like, he takes care of the basketball. He doesn't turn it over a lot, and he's got a really tight handle. And when you shoot as well as he does, no need to put the ball in jeopardy. Hold on to it and make sure you get a good look.
Over to the wing. Nunn passes to Hill. Just 5 to shoot. Off target from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. Well, guys, this was never really a contest.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
Taking 2 shots.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
It's back to Hill. Here's Nunn. That shot, no good. And Orlando the other way now. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Left side, Crowder. Here's Hero. Frazier covering. And here's Dragic. Jacks up a 3. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Man, this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes.
The tallest building in the state of Indiana, the Chase Tower, rising high above our locations, and with tip-off, a lot of optimism. Thanks, DA. Now the starting group for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem, and it's Ennis in at the small forward. And for the Pacers, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Oladipo left side. No one near him. Vucevic with the rebound. Here's Orlando now. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. Taken away by Holiday. Warren with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. A wide open look here for Oladipo. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Well, this is one aspect you'd like to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer. Pretty dime there.
And there's the pass to Gordon. From outside the arc, Oladipo with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oladipo. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Turner with the steal. Holiday, no one around him. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Holiday's got 6.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And it's Gordon penetrating. Vucevic lays it up and banks it in. Vucevic has got his second basket of the game.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates. Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
That's tipped to the inside. Pass to Vucevic. Fournier for 3. Vucevic, and it's put back in by Vucevic.
Nikola Vucevic has averaged double-digit rebounds for the vast majority of his career. You want him to get to work on the offensive end? No problem.
Augustine against Brogdon. Lachey and Warren with the lay-in. Leading the season doors, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
Yeah, it's so fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future, what these teams want these individual players to be like. That one good for 2.
Well, boy, oh boy. Each year, Aaron Gordon adding to that offensive arsenal. The mid-range game is right there.
And Brogdon, here we go. Good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo. Oladipo's got 5 now.
Oladipo is a star, and he powers through the contact to convert.
Ennis kicks to Augustine. Missed inside.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Passes it to Vucevic. 11 feet out, and he hits it. He's got 10.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Brogdon against Augustine. Brogdon the pass to Warren. From the line. The putback. It's hauled in by the Magic. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow. Well, easy to see why Aaron Gordon has been in multiple dunk contests. The arsenal, the creativity, limitless.
The putback. It's good on the putback.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Inside, here's Ennis. Basket is good. He'll get a chance. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Victor Oladipo getting it done for So far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a look at the Pacers' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
We got T.J. McConnell, and it's Bitadze in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Boy, Markelle Fultz in the open floor, capitalizing on the defense's mistake. Nicely done.
The Magic shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Sampson. He's guarded by Ross. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback. McDermott's got 5 now.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
And this Pacers franchise, 6 ABA championships, but none so far in the NBA.
Well, Greg, they haven't been there very much, right? Their only finals trip came back in 2000. It took a Lakers squad led by Shaq and Kobe to 6 games. But ever since, they've been chomping at the bit to try to get back.
Hit some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. McDermott's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pacers. Birch kicks to Bamba. Pass to Ross. Williams feeling it out a bit. Feeds to Ross. The pass to Bamba. Back to Ross. Pocket 6. To the middle. And Bamba with the basket on the assist from Ross.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be. And Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
Here's Sampson. He's guarded by Ross. Right side Holiday. And Bamba pulls it down.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Carter Williams finds Bamba. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Carter Williams.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
The Pacers making a switch here. Sumner's checked in. Outside Holiday. Pass to Sumner. Just 5 on the clock. And once again off the mark by Indiana. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you.
Miles Turner, the 11th pick in 2015. I think defensively probably the best player out of that class. And if you view it through that prism, you wonder if going back he might have gone top 5.
Out to the right wing. Vucevic against Warren. And Vucevic kicks to Ross. Vucevic trying to get open. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Ross. And you know, Doris, there were some medical red flags for Turner that may have caused him to slip a bit in that draft.
Yes, but I think he has alleviated any of those concerns. Credit him and the trainers for developing his core and for this young man paying the price in the weight room. He's gotten stronger and stronger.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
You can see Turner evolving as a passer. He wants to set his teammates up. That's a pretty look.
Fultz the pass to Ross. And Ross with the slam.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
The kick out to Oladipo. 40 seconds left here in the second. And Warren able to finish. Warren's got his second basket.
Well, T.J. Warren is terrific at using his frame to become a factor on the glass. I love it.
Fultz the pass to Vucevic. Shoots over Turner. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Pacers will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage. And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong. And by that, Greg, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Here's Vucevic. Fultz. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Warren. And he beats the buzzer. Wow! Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Half. Victor Oladipo putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points and 1 assist. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Victor Oladipo in this game, he has been everywhere.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Oh my goodness! What a play!
Boy, big-time athleticism from Victor Oladipo, up and off the ground in a hurry.
For three, Fournier. It's rebounded by Indiana.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
The Magic trail by 10.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
Fast break, here we go. Holiday inside the line, up again, and there's Brogdon putting it right back in. Brogdon's got the lead up to 12 now for Indiana.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Fournier's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Holiday with the three. That one doesn't drop.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Fournier trying to break loose. And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Vucevic.
Well, the post game, the jump shot, Vucevic, a capable scorer who loves taking over on the offensive end.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Ennis dishes to Vucevic. Count that one. Vucevic has got 16 points.
Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive. Really steady from the field.
Brogdon kicks to Holiday. Chalk up 2 there. And the Pacers lead by 9.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That is his first foul of the game. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Orlando also making some changes. Khem Birch comes in for Vucevic, and Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Fournier. Here's Gordon. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. 6 points for him. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. Ennis. And he makes good on the layup. Ennis has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
McConnell passes to McDermott. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. McConnell finds McDermott. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. And that's now 9 points for Doug McDermott.
Well, McDermott is working on that interior game because he has size and touch.
Here's Birch. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Gordon with it. Back to Birch. Here's Carter Williams. A rebound by Bitadze.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
McConnell kicks to Sampson. And he comes up with the deuce. And it's a 12-point Pacer lead.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing, the ability to alter shots on the perimeter. That was beautiful.
Gordon kicks to Birch. Here's Sampson. Good if it goes. Wow, drew the contact in that three. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Indiana out in front as they end the third quarter on a 14-6 run. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got McDermott, and it's Sumner in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Ross dishes to Gordon. Out of hand on it. Outside Holiday. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Bitadze, the pass to Turner. He dishes it to McDermott. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Fultz. The Magic trail by 13. Ross kicks to Augustine. But they get it back. Passes it to Vucevic. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got his 3rd assist on the night.
You love the decisiveness with which Vucevic is making these decisions. He's got the green light to shoot it on the catch.
Now here is Holiday, guarded by Fultz. They retain possession. McDermott, no one around him, and once again off the mark by Indiana. Here's Ross. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Well, this guy's going to find his way to get the ball in the bucket. Contact or not, Terrence Ross can flat score the basketball.
Sumner passes to Turner. Shoots over Vucevic. Shots good by Turner.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen, Greg, great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. Evan Fournier is checked in for Augustine. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Indiana Pacers. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
And it's going to be home game after home game after home game for this group. So they got a great chance to string together a number of wins given how strong they've been playing.
Fultz kicks to Fournier. Pass to Ross. To the inside, Turner with the steal. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Here's Oladipo, plenty of space. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday. And now it's a 12-point Pacer lead. It's stolen by Oladipo. It's Brogdon on the wing. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Fournier dishes to Gordon. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Evan Fournier has an innate sense of where the basketball is going to come off the rim, and if you don't box him out, he's going to take great use of it.
Brogdon kicks to Turner. The 11-footer, rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Ross passes to Gordon, taken away by Holiday. And it's Warren with the ball for Indiana. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And now Orlando on the break.
What a skilled finish from Evan Fournier. The experience and the toughness to overcome the defense.
Orlando making some changes. Ennis, he's checked in for Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. And Brogdon, here we go. Over Augustine. Brogdon finds Warren. 1:19 left to play in the final quarter. Brogdon the pass to Holiday. That one's good from the corner. And the Pacers lead by 9. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Ennis. Another miss by Orlando. Indiana's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Warren, good.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Pacers.
2 times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance from Miles Turner.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Here's Vucevic. Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Turner. And Holiday has it in the corner. The 3-ball. It gets rebounded by Ennis. Fournier gets a wide open look. Drills it from outside.
I love the decision-making of Evan Fournier. Just fantastic at pulling up in rhythm.
And so the Pacers take the win. Some good competition, but all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have. Good. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. You look at the Magic, they're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And of course, there's the Bulls, 3 spots below.
And you know, for the Bulls, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
They have their work cut out in the offseason. The status quo isn't going to cut it. There has to be an overhaul.
A look at the Magic starting group. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Bulls, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front. And it's White in at the point guard position. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. And Vucevic kicks to Ennis. The pass to Augustine. Good ball movement here by the Magic. 5 to shoot. And stolen by White. Here's Levine. And Levine throws it down.
And it's important that Markkanen develops his floor awareness. I mean, passes like that go a long way.
Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Now here's Levine. It's deflected, but he stays with it. Just 2 to shoot. Outside Carter. The shot, no good. And Orlando the other way now. Fournier dishes to Gordon. Passes it to Vucevic. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Augustine against White. Back to Fournier. Vucevic down low. He's coming off the 19-point game against Chicago.
Yeah, and as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Fournier against Levine. Rebounded by Vucevic. Levine's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Gordon up on top. He's guarded by Markkanen. Ennis passes to Gordon. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Carter. Chicago leading. And Porter, here we go. That one falls.
Love how Porter snakes his way into the lane. The long strides, the athleticism, an excellent penetrator.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Orlando also making some changes. Ken Burge is checked in for Ennis. Terrence Ross comes in for Fournier. And it's Fulton for Augustine. Now here's Ross. His last outing, he had 24 points. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Here's Burge. They get it back. Vucevic. It's tipped. Satoransky looking around. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Young outside. Here's Cornette. Vucevic defending. And Cornette gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Ross. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Chicago with the ball. Magic knocking down the tray. Tips it up, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Now, here's Dunn. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. He's off on that one.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
And it's blocked. It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. So for the Bulls, Denzel Valentine comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Harrison in for Dunn. The Magic also changing it up. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. And it's Carter Williams in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Harrison with the ball for the Bulls. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Birch the pass to Bamba. Back to Birch. Goes back up. Ross. The layup off target. And so it's Chicago heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Fultz is out there with Carter Williams. Then it's Bamba. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Birch in at the 4. Satoransky the pass to Harrison. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Just when it comes to offensive rebounding, who does the best job of creating second chance opportunities now?
Oh, it's 2 names. Andre Drummond, Steven Adams. And the toughest part about it is, as a defender, you don't only have to worry about guarding your man, going over and helping, but then you have to worry about guys that are just hanging out in the rebound painted area, just waiting for their turn. And so it takes the wind out of you, it tires you out, but also your mental focus that game is all over the place because no matter what you're doing, you always have to come back to the thought, oh no, now box out because this guy's a beast on board.
Now here's White. 20 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Oh, he'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Harrison in the corner. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got 3 assists tonight. Fournier passes to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
Yeah, and that 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority.
And White kicks to Harrison. Back to White. And Bamba pulls it down. The Magic trail by 7. Makes it off the glass. Bamba's got 6.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
And when you watch the Bulls play, Chris, they just seem to lack an organizational direction.
Yeah, Gia, you're right. I mean, the team committed to Boylan to shape their youth. They don't seem to be interested in playing up-tempo or following any NBA trend. The distrust between players in the front office is not helping their recruiting of free agents. Yeah, a lot going wrong there.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Valentine. Bean's checked in for Shaquille Harrison. And it's done in for White. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Bulls lead by 7.
Oh, Levine is such an explosive player. He's able to fight through the contact and get it to go.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Ennis dishes to Fournier. Orlando moving the ball around. Gordon the pass to Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. And it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Vucevic. Gordon's got his first 2 points of the night.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And there's the call on James Ennis. That is his first foul of the game. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Chicago. Ross, he's checked in for Orlando. Markelle Fultz comes in for DJ Augustine. Levine inside the three-point line. And again, no good by Chicago.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Ross kicks to Fultz. Outside Gordon. Down low, here's Vucevic, and the basket is good, and he's got a chip. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to have a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Here's Cornett, a second chance effort, and it's good on the layup. Cornett's got his second basket of the game.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Done outside. To the paint. Here's Hutchison. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. The Bulls have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Bulls making a switch here. He hits both from the stripe. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Gordon's got 4 points in the quarter.
The solid court awareness. Leave someone open on Fultz squad and you're going to regret it.
Cornette kicks to Levine. They get the rebound. And some good action through the first 2 quarters.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a 5-point lead.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Mohamed Bamba getting it done today.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Intelligent defense. He reads the play. Gets himself in the perfect position to come up with the steal.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch 4, who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential. They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
The Bulls leading by 6. White with it. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Orlando called for the foul. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blazed the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. If you look at organizations like the Black Fives and bringing awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give him a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part.
That's their first miss after hitting 3 in a row to start the half. I mean, I guess it had to happen sometime.
Ennis misses. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Chicago. They've led by as much as 10. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Markkanen dishes to Carter. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And again, no good by Chicago.
They haven't needed them as much as I thought they would tonight.
Augustine passes to Bamba, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. Number 1, the Bulls.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been really good, and it's led to a lot of easy opportunities on offense. Creating points off turnovers has been key.
Orlando making some changes. Ross is checked in for Ennis. Fultz comes in for Fournier. And it's Carter Williams in for Augustine. Carter Williams against Satoransky. It's Young on the wing. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Harrison, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Bulls lead by 6. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Ross finds Bamba, and the shot goes down. Bamba's got 6 here in this quarter.
And it's nice to see Bamba finding his groove. When he's in sync, he feels like he can make any shot.
Harrison in the corner. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
And when you're open, Carter Williams will find you. He knows his role well.
Chicago leading by 4. Harrison passes to Satoransky. To the right side. Harrison in the corner. Pass to Cornette. Back to Harrison. From 18 feet away. Misses off the left iron.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Carter Williams against Satoransky. Fultz kicks to Ross. Pass to Fultz. Tries a 3. Here's Vucevic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Now just a 2-point Bulls lead.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Bulls lead by 2. And we're just moments. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. And so in the game for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier and Ross, they're the wings, and it's Fultz in at the 1. Vucevic dishes to Gordon over Young, and it's Gordon missing.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Oh, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
Here's Dunn. It's hauled in by the Magic. Well, it's definitely within striking distance now.
Yeah, but they've got to make each possession count on both sides of the floor.
Now, here's Fournier. Tight defense on him. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. So, for the Bulls, Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Young. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Satoransky. James Ennis, he'll check in for the Magic. Augustine comes in for Markelle Fultz. Augustine finds Vucevic to tie it up. And it's sent back by Carter.
Wendell Carter Jr., 6'11", able to use his great length to get the block right there.
White, he's checked in for Dunn. Chicago leading. Outside, White. Unable to get that one. Gordon with the defensive effort.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Here's Ennis. And it's all evened up. Ennis has got his first basket of the night.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
And the call will be against Fournier. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. There's Porter with the three. And again, no good by Chicago.
Oh, that's just a lucky break for the deep. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And so Levine will bring it up now for Chicago. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. Lob pass to Gordon. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Bulls trail by 4. Outside, White. Kicks it to Levine. Back to White. Outside, Levine. 5 on the clock. A shot, no good. So Orlando will take it the other way. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Levine looking around. He kicks it to White. Right side, Porter. Dishes it to Levine. Back to Porter. Looking to end the run. Nice jump shot. Good.
It's showing more and more. You can tell Porter loves coming through for his team in these moments.
Markkanen passes to Levine. Over to the wing. White against Gordon. Back to Levine. Outside, Markkanen. That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Levine.
Oozing with confidence right now. You got to love seeing Levine capitalizing.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Porter dishes to Levine. Seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. There's the triple. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hand. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots. Great work right there on the inbounds play. Getting the bucket before the D has time to react.
There's 37 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. White. Money!
And hey, when you're a big shot maker in college, that often carries over to this level, certainly as for White.
And it's Vucevic missing.
You know, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should have been easy.
And Levine, here we go. And it's going to be out of bounds. The match will take it.
Oh, no. Don't tell me. He just didn't do that, did he? A critical point of the game, and he makes just about the worst mistake possible.
Here's Fournier. Now the pass to Augustine. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Good!
And they do have a foul to give.
Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Yeah, they have a little time to work with. The most important thing is to make whatever you take.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Nikola Vucevic.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella
delivered. He has just killed them down low.
It's good!
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Tipped away. And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche Let. Just got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Butler.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
So here's Miami's starting group. Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at point. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Butler, following the miss by Evan Fournier. The shot's good. Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on the total court for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Yes, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as the head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you. He seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. You see that pay off.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
Orlando, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. A three-pointer, no good. Butler on the way. Boy, he just disappeared against Charlotte, and they really needed him.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
It's good from Gordon on the assist by Augustine. Gordon's got his second bucket tonight.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
This one for 3. Ennis misses.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Here's Fournier. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
And Vucevic has got the ball here for Orlando. It's a 5-point game. Outside Fournier. Knocks it loose. The dish to Augustine. 6 on the shot clock. Fournier passes to Vucevic. Over Adebayo. And he overshot that one, missing. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Three-pointer, Butler. It's hauled in by the Magic.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And it's D.J. Augustine with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for James Ennis. Terrence Ross is checked in for Fournier. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine.
Hard to leave any NBA player that wide open from that distance.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I really like like the awareness from Fultz. It has an ability to know when one of his guys is wide open.
The Magic making a switch here. Carter Williams is checked in. Shot's good by Hero.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Bamba kicks to Carter Williams. Pass to Birch. And it's blocked. And now in transition, here we go. Iguodala. No good with the triple. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
And how about the attitude of Fultz? When he's taking it inside, he's aiming to hurt somebody's feelings.
The pass to Iguodala. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Count that bucket. "12 seconds left in the first. And the dunk by Bamba.
And that 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority.
Here's Hero. Bamba with the block. And so it's Orlando in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Tough nose Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise player.
You call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call, but
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Orlando, they've got Michael Carter Williams. He's out there with Fultz. Terrence Ross is out there with Mohamed Bamba. And it's Birch in at the 4 spot. Bamba dishes to Ross. Orlando moving the ball around. Carter Williams, the pass to Birch. Second shot opportunity. Bamba's shot is off. The Heat trail by 7. It's Crowder on the wing. Carter Williams covering. And now Bamba pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
He's really good at getting down the floor. When Bamba is hustling, good things often happen in transition.
They double team Iguodala. Outside Crowder. The 3. And Bamba pulls it down. And another fast break for Orlando. The Magic running. Ross passes to Birch. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now here's Dragic. 11 points last game. Leonard, the pass to Silva. Moves back up, and it's good on the way in.
Well, Myers Leonard at that size can look over the top of the defense, so a good job of finding his teammates there.
The shot by Birch, no good.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so. It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Now here's Bamba. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. When it comes to hustle, effort, who would you put on the floor to get those 50-50 balls that are just so important? And sometimes, with the win or loss in the balance.
And I watch Kawhi Leonard, and even though he's a superstar player, there's still some efficiency in his action to go and get that ball.
He just never stops.
He never stops. And so, yeah, he might not get dirty, but he doesn't have to because he outsmarts everybody else to get to it. And we have scrappy guys like Marcus Smart and Patrick Beverly who we've talked about as being nuisances on the court. But those guys are invaluable to any coaching staff. And when they have those kind of plays, it just gets everybody going and brings a level of energy back to the game.
It does energize it. You're exactly right. 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Down low, here's Carter Williams. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Sunday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic checked in for Kem Birch. Gordon comes in for Ross. And Fournier subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Here's Hero. The 15-footer, good. Hero's got 6. Magic leading by 11. Deflects the pass. Butler with the steal. Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. Hands of the ball out of bounds. Fournier last touched it. Let's take a second to see the teams that have been the toughest inside this season so far. Fourth, the Magic.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Carter Williams.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Fournier passes to Vucevic. Banked in off the glass. Vucevic has got his first points of the game. The Heat trail by 10. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Vucevic. Fournier dishes to Bamba. Got a piece of it, and he's able to get it back. Shoots the 3, and Fournier is good for 3. He's got 8.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Nailed from three-point land.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Inside. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
I tell you what, Butler is a physical dunker. I mean, he takes his craft seriously. I just love watching this guy take off.
Ennis, he's checked in for Bamba. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
Here's Butler, and we finished one half of basketball. Magic lead by 8. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Aaron Gordon. Aaron, you guys came out and played it.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson out in front at the half is Orlando. They have a solid 8-point lead. And Shaq. Thanks for joining.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
On the court for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point guard. And here's Augustine. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Just 5 to shoot. And Fournier kicks to Gordon. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Heat trail by 10. And there's the call on James Ennis. That's his first foul. On defense, the Magic. Adebayo finds Robinson. Pass to Butler. Shot clock at 5. The Heat need to get a shot off. And it's Adebayo in the corner. Jones.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Vucevic with the ball.
I'm not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Robinson kicks to Butler. And now Augustine pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And yes, it's good. Augustine's got the lead up to 14 now for Orlando.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And Butler, here we go. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line. And you look at Jimmy Butler. He's about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Ken Burge is checked in for Aaron Gordon. Terrence Ross comes in for Fournier. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Iguodala kicks to Dragic. Three-pointer. Good on the three-point shot. Dragic has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Crowder goes in. No good there.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Ross. No good on that one. Excellent D here by Iguodala. 4-on-3 break. That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Dragic.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Vucevic, and he banks in the layup. And the Magic lead by 11.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Dragic has got his 3rd basket of the night. The drive by Vucevic. Lays it up off the glass.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Back to Butler. It's stolen by Ennis. Pass to Ross. And that one clearly a foul. And now, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Vucevic, the pass to Ennis. To the inside. Gordon dishes to Vucevic. Lets it go from 11. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
Now let's take a quick look at the numbers from Markelle Fultz. Getting around 12 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Olenek the pass to Dragic. Here's Leonard. And oh boy, a lot of contact. And it looks like, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Well, once Goran Dragic got his rhythm, it's effortless as he rises up. Beautiful looking shot there.
Ennis misses, and there's the call on James Ennis. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Heat trail by 13. Dragic taking his time here. It's good from long range. Dragic has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Miami. The Magic shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. That free throw good from Fultz.
And the explosiveness of Fultz really is incredible. Just he's effortless in terms of getting where he wants on the court. We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Lets it go from deep. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Orlando enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their transition game has been in full effect. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ross in at the 3. That's who's out there for Orlando. Pass to Nunn. Lets the 3 fly. He can't get that one to fall. So Orlando will take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Here's Jones. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Vucevic.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
The offensive rebound, Gordon. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. And the Magic lead by 13. Robinson against Ross. Launches it. Robinson misses.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
It's tipped. And now here comes Jones leading the break, and that one drops for him.
Outstanding pass in transition there for the easy deuce.
Magic leading by 11. And the pass to Augustine. Back to Fournier. Kicks it to Vucevic. Now here is Augustine. Not a lot of room. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Fournier. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Gordon, the pass to Ross. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. To the middle. Second chance shot. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one, Kevin. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Orlando, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1. The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before an illegal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league is going.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
Here's Butler. They get it again. Stolen by Gordon. Fast break. Here come the Magic. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Yeah, and Butler just can't be stopped. I mean, even when the D knocks him around, he keeps his focus on the basket.
James Ennis, he'll check in for Orlando. Free throw, good Butler. And so it's Ennis bringing it up now for Orlando. They have a 9-point lead. Passes to Ross. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And it's Vucevic missing. The Heat have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. They get it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. Evan Fournier's checked in for the Magic. Orlando leading by 9. Augustine finds Gordon over Jones, and he can't bank that one in. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Miami no good on that time either. Orlando's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Unloads from 9. It's hauled in by the Heat. 58 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Vucevic. So the first one drops, and that brings them within 8. And so Jones nails both of them. Orlando, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Back to Gordon. And Jones pulls it down.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Again, the miss by the Heat. Orlando with the ball. Here's Vucevic. He trains the quick shot. And the Magic lead by 9.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a 3-point play. So it's Orlando now, and so the Magic can now just hold on to the ball.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
He'll find Olynyk. It's good from beyond the arc.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yep.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The NBA 2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your My Career by jumping in and trying out the My Player Builder. To start off, you have the option to download the My NBA 2K21 mobile app to scan your face into the game. Once you're good with your
Before we get going, well, you better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Brockton.
He hasn't been as sharp in the past 10 games as we're used to. It shows in his passing. The assist numbers down. Even the simple passes look tough for him right now. Maybe tonight he can get back on his game.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Oren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. And for the Magic, At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position. So the Orlando Magic able to put the first points up on the board. Pass to Turner. Brogdon outside. From about 19 feet, connects, the jumper drops. And with the playoffs ahead, some have argued for a play-in tournament, Clark, to determine the 6 through 10 seed. What do you think of that?
An interesting concept. In theory, it certainly might allow for more teams to be engaged down the stretch. You know, with Adam Silver, he's very much interested in seeing how to make the game better in every way. So there are no sacred cows. Just because it's been done one way before doesn't mean that he's not looking at ways to change it for improvement.
And keep that fan base really interested.
Yeah, that's a big part of what's made the league as successful as it has been worldwide.
Now here's Fournier after Malcolm Brogdon's miss. Vucevic the pass to Fournier. Here's Holiday. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
This is the kind of unselfishness you love seeing from Brogdon, making sure he gets it to the open man.
And it's Gordon missing.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Count it.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Gordon. There's the pass to Vucevic. Shoots over Turner. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And the layup's good off the glass. Turner's got his second basket of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Passes it to Vucevic. He kicks it to Fournier. Now the feed to Gordon. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. This group has players swatting away the most shots in the league this month. The shot clock leader. Number 1, Miles Turner.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Terrence Ross is checked in for Ennis, and it's Fulton for Augustine. And the Pacers also making a change. McDermott's checked in, and it's good for 2.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Now here's Fournier. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Ross kicks to Fultz. To the paint. Shot clock at 6. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist from Fultz. And it's 6 points for Vucevic.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
Clark, you look at the defensive metrics for Nikola Vucevic lately, very good. And yet, he's been considered a liability at that end. So, in your opinion, which is it?
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I think it's a blend, quite honestly. The analytics say one thing, but in this day and age, the way the game is played, big centers are typically challenged from a mobility standpoint, especially trying to defend fleet-footed perimeter guys in pick-and-roll situations and in space. To Vucevic's credit, he's worked hard at becoming better, trying to be a better rim protector and recognize where he needs to be early on with anticipation. So he's making progress, but it's a blend in my mind.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half, quality shots, not wasting possessions.
And so it's Indiana with it after Markelle Fultz missed from long range. 34 seconds left in the first quarter. It's deflected. On the wing, Holiday. Covered by Bamba. And McConnell gets it to go.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
feeds it to McDermott. But he recovers it. Over Ross. McDermott can't get it to go.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out.
Oh, he gets it before the hole. How about that? Wow. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. It's the Pacers up 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Indiana.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
They've got Terrence Ross. Michael Carter-Williams is out there with Fultz. And there's Mohamed Bamba. And it's Birch in a power forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Orlando moving the ball around. Back to Fultz. Down low. Bamba. It's deflected. Here's Sumner. Up and in on the layup. Sumner's got his second bucket of the night.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Indiana leading by 9. And truly some significant roster changes for the Pacers this past summer.
Jeremy Lamb, Malcolm Brogdon, T.J. Warren. They've gotten younger and gotten better as well, if you ask me. Excellent work by the Pacers front office.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Orlando.
Michael Carter-Williams, so good at playing through contact and knocking the shot down.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
And I'll tell you guys, I mean, to see the improvement he's made in his free throw shooting in the space of just one season, I think it's been remarkable.
Here's McConnell. It's tipped. And now, here comes Augustine leading the break. Here's Ross. He feeds it to Augustine. Bamba kicks to Ross. Tries again. But they'll get another chance. The shot by Birch, no good. Pacers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Pass to McConnell. Here's Sumner. He's guarded by Ross. Sumner passes to Bitadze. Carter-Williams against Holiday. And his first shot of the game, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Clark, you and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about the three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. It's terrific. Here's Oladipo, and finished off by Oladipo.
You cannot let Oladipo get these kinds of opportunities. Easy throwdowns like that help him get into a groove.
Ennis dishes to Fournier. Ennis with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Another shot. Vucevic to the pass to Gordon. And it's sent back by Turner.
What timing from Turner. I mean, that's a big part of blocking shots. Reading the shooter and then timing it perfectly to send that shot in reverse.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Back to Ennis. Kicks to Carter-Williams. That's tipped, and he recovers it. Outside Fournier. Here's Ennis. Kept alive. Here's Vucevic. Dishes to Gordon. Back to Vucevic, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Here's a look at some stats for Aaron Gordon. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, averaging about 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
To the inside, here's Fultz, and he gets it to go. Fultz has got his first points of the night.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
Gordon dishes to Vucevic, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. T.J. Warren picks one up.
Boy, just a perfect shot fake from Vucevic. Well, we've seen Vucevic expand his offensive repertoire, guys, adding to his old-school post game. He's now demonstrating perimeter shooting and playmaking ability, and that's opening some eyes.
That one goes in, and it's 6 points for Miles Turner.
Hey, Turner's not just an interior scorer. This guy has a jumper that's really reliable, so you got to honor and respect his shot.
Fultz kicks to Gordon. Pass to Ennis. Orlando moving the ball around. Fultz dishes to Vucevic. Basket counts. Vucevic has got 10 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Warren, good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And it's Vucevic missing. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Traps in the tray. Now it's a 7-point Indiana lead.
Boy, what a shooter McDermott is. Taking advantage of that three-point line. Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
And Oladipo, here we go. Turner. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5. And that'll do.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, Vucevic, guys, has been exceptional.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for Indiana, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the 2 guard.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
It's good. Vucevic has got the first bucket of the third here for Orlando.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
You talk about the quiet producers in the league. T.J. Warren is one of the first names that come to mind.
The last 2 seasons, Warren has come close to chipping in 20 points a game. Doesn't do anything flashy, but he just hits his shots and piles up the points on a nightly basis.
Ross is checked in for James Ennis. Here's Augustine. A second chance effort, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
You know, the speedy Augustine is really an excellent teammate and a dependable role player, a veteran presence who can really stroke it.
Both free throws, good from Augustine. Mark, you know, some players just don't need a lot of rest. They could play basketball all day, every day, and don't want to be taken out. They've all got a lot of engine in them.
Yeah, they do. 24/7 guys, we call them. They don't need a lot of fuel, and it seems like they never are out of fuel. Guys like Paul George and Russell Westbrook come to mind.
Oladipo for 3. Good on the triple. And now an 8-point Pacer lead.
Count that one, an average long-range shooter. Oladipo makes enough to where you've got to respect his shot.
And the basket by Gordon.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And the wide open shot from Warren. Again, Indiana.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Inside, Vucevic. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Orlando. Holiday against Ross. Turner passes to Holiday. Over Ross. The shot by Holiday, no good.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Here's Turner. Tries to save it. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Turner's got 8 points.
Exceptional skills for Turner down in the paint. This guy, I think, has the potential to be a dominant player inside for a lot of years.
And there's the pass to Bitadze. Outside Holiday. Offline with his 3. The Magic trail by 8. Fournier into the lane.
Boy, the deceptively long reach of Fournier. He really extends his release going into the defense off the drive.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Orlando making some changes. Cam Birch comes in for Nikola Vucevic. And it's Fulton for Augustine. Indiana also making some changes. McDermott's checked in for Turner. J.K. Sampson comes in for Aaron Holiday. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Brogdon.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim. And a finalist for the Coach of the Year in 2019, Nate McMillan passing 600 wins last season.
Well, you think about that. That's an impressive milestone for an outstanding coach in Nate McMillan. He moved into the top 25 all-time in wins. He's had 2 other stops as a head coach, Portland and Seattle. And I think he's doing some of his best work with the Pacers.
Here's Ross. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Now just a 4-point Pacer lead.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Stolen by Bamba. 54 seconds left to play here in the 3rd.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
Bitadze with the bucket. Bitadze's got 4 points in the quarter.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And Fournier kicks to Fultz. To the inside. Passes it to Ross. Trying to find Bamba. He gets it to him. Banked in off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
The Magic trail by 4 to the middle. And the dunk by Bamba.
Boy, I tell you, Bamba's wingspan and his standing reach is ridiculous. This dude was born to throw it down.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Birch kicks to Fournier. And that does it for the 3rd quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the 4th quarter. Pacers lead by 4. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Fultz, and it's Ennis in at the 3. That's who's out there for Orlando.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
And that one, good. And it's 8 points for T.J. Warren.
Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
And it's Gordon missing. Indiana leading by 4. In the corner, it's McDermott. Free throw line jump shot. That one doesn't go. And Orlando the other way now.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Ennis passes to Vucevic. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Fultz kicks to Vucevic. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Ennis. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. The Magic getting another chance here. And finally they hit one.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint. Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
McDermott with a steal. And now Warren running the floor all by himself. Oh, that's blocked. They recover it. The kick out to Oladipo. Wow, came this close to a 4th. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Sumner gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Vucevic dishes to Ennis. Vucevic to the pass to Gordon. Oh, Vucevic in position.
Boy, those finely tuned offensive skills possessed by Vucevic, punishing the defense, putting on a clinic.
Pass to Fultz. He dishes it to Gordon. He kicks it to Vucevic. The pass to Fultz. Outside Gordon. Here's Vucevic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you look at Vucevic, and his tenacity goes up the closer he is to the cup. Defenders try to match his level of physicality down there, which more times than not results in him going to the foul line.
The Magic making a switch here. Augustine's checked in. Holiday, the pass to Warren. Back to Holiday.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Vucevic. Tipped away. Augustine finds Fournier. Oh, here's Gordon. Ennis taking his time here. Passes it to Vucevic. And Brogdon with a clear path to the rack. Now that's how to finish the break. Showdown with force.
Boy, it's clear why people are high on Brogdon. His ability to take over on important possessions, outstanding.
Augustine, that's good.
Hey, and when you're small of stature, you have to be a fearless competitor. And Augustine is all of that. Ready to take any shot. Doesn't matter what point in the game it's at, he's ready to step up. Outstanding concentration from the versatile scoring guard, Victor Oladipo. Big in a big spot.
pass to Warren. Here's Augustine. Here's Vucevic. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 4 assists in the game. It's Oladipo on the wing. For the 3. Rebound by the Magic.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Fournier passes to Vucevic. Back to Fournier. The dish to Gordon. Good work defensively by Turner.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Oladipo goes in. Again against Gordon. Pocket 6. Here's Oladipo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Evan Fournier.
You know, guys, the pump fake is an effective move. Every player should have it. And you look at Oladipo right there, used it to perfection.
The Pacers making a switch here. Holiday's checked in.
Those are critical foul shots. Love to see him knock them down there.
Gordon. Vucevic. The shot comes out. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. They've led by as much as 10. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Outside Gordon. Kicks to Vucevic. Shoots over Turner. And, yep, finally drops it, rolling around the rim.
And it's real easy to see why they turn to Vucevic when the game is close. I mean, he knows how to step up in the clutch.
So a close game sees Indiana take this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
upper and lower body fluid, and goaltend. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player
picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one. In the NBA 2K21 demo, you can also hit
Central Florida,
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Payday. Well, Eric, tremendous athleticism. Thanks, DA. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the center. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward. You know, Smitty, we know players are getting more nights off around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the NBA?
Coaches and organizations really came up to guys when they see they were hurt. You didn't want them to play when they were injured. And then at the end of the season, Kevin, usually you looked and said, ooh, we have the number 6 seed locked up or whatever plays locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off. I don't remember doing it during game 20 and game 30 where guys started to get nights off.
Now here's Ennis. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. Augustine, that's good.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now here's Porter. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. For 3, LaVine knocks down the 3 ball.
Sweet looking jump shot from any distance. Levine's range goes well beyond the 3-point line.
Fournier finds Vucevic over Carter. Offensive rebound.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Now here's LaVine. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Back to White. Trying to get open is Carter. White, good.
The complete game of Otto Porter. Overplay him, and it's a good bet. He'll find an open man.
Ennis passes to Vucevic. Stolen by Carter. And now here's Markkanen, the fast break chance. On the wing, Levine. He's guarded by Fournier. Carter, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Right there, Carter using his instincts and motor to track down the miss and convert into second chance points.
And it's Gordon missing.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
They grab their own miss. Porter out to Carter. Fires from deep. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Once again off the mark, Orlando. Bulls have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter.
And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And now here are the 2K leaderboard. Since the All-Star break, these teams are leading the NBA in second chance points. Number 5, the Bulls.
Not many will go after it on the offensive boards the way they do. I mean, and particularly since the break, they have really made teams pay on the inside.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Bucket is good. And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
1:36 left in the first quarter. And Michael Carter-Williams gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Hutchison. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Young, right side. tries it from 9, and the Bulls tack on 2 more. Orlando trailing here. Birch kicks to Carter Williams. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And Satoransky wide open. He fires. Cans it from downtown.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Outside for Carter Williams. Back to Bamba. Goes back up. Fultz the pass to Bamba. Here's Carter Williams. 5 on the clock. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So for the Bulls, Valentine comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Harrison in for Dunn. The Bulls leading by 5. 27 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The pass to Harrison. Young left side. Pass to Cornette. Valentine with it. Now here's Satoransky. He's guarded by Ross. Cornette with the tip. Young on the follow.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder. And so it's the Chicago Bulls bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamanos. Looking at what we've seen for the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Young out there with Valentine. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. And it's Harrison in at shooting guard. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic comes in for Bamba. And Gordon subbed in for Ken Birch. It's stolen by Fultz. And now Orlando on the break. Pulls up for 3. That shot off the mark. And it's Chicago the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Pass to Valentine. Ross with the steal. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Gordon's running. Oh!
Yes. Goodness. Great vision there from Ross to find the open man.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Bulls. It's a 3-point game. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. Here's Cornette. Vucevic defending. And that one drops. 6 points for Thaddeus Young.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And the shot goes in.
He has size, but the first step of Terrence Ross is what makes him so good on the drive.
The Bulls leading by 3. Here's Satoransky. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Vucevic.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First one falls for him. We see a lot of big men creating offense, Smitty. Who's on your list for perhaps the best outlet passer in the game right now?
Let's start off. I would say Kevin Love is one of those guys who still is, I think, the best outlet passer as a big. Jokic, also Blake Griffin, some of those guys can really pass. DeMarcus Cousins, those are some of the bigs that have great outlet passes.
Pass to Levine, over Ennis. Levine can't hit. The Magic have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Fournier into the lane. That ties the game.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Augustine against Satoransky. To the paint, got a piece of it. Stolen by Gordon. One-on-one fast break. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
There's the pass to White. Dishes it to Carter. 6 to shoot. Shoots it up. That one wide left. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Vucevic, that shot off. Nice D from Levine. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Bamba is checked in for Orlando. Kim Birch comes in for Gordon. Chicago also making some changes. Porter's checked in for Levine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Satoransky. From downtown, up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Saturday, they're off to Miami to face off with the Heat. And then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Here's White, and the layup's good off the glass. White's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And here is Dunn outside Markkanen. Dunn outside. And he drops it in from the low post. Dunn's got his second basket of the night.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And how about the 9'6" standing reach Bamba has? I mean, it's unguardable this close. Dunks it with such ease.
White against Fournier. Dunn looking over the floor. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Here's White. No good on the 3. Outside Fournier. Here's Bamba. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith. For Orlando, it was a challenging first quarter. They struggled to find an offensive rhythm or come up with enough stops and sunk into a 7-point hole. And that'll...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3. Is out there for Orlando.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
And Smitty, with all that he's been through, you can't question Zach LaVine's love of the game.
You're so right. It's crazy to think LaVine wasn't even a starter in college, but he's worked so hard to improve. The way he has fought back from injuries and continually dedicated himself to the game, something to admire.
White, good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Vucevic gets to Ennis. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Vucevic with the bucket.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
LaVine wide open. They get it again.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now here's Ennis, guarded by Porter. Count the basket. Ennis has got it all tied up now for Orlando.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Here's LaVine, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Markkanen in the corner. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Carter outside. Passes to White. Bulls from the top of the key. No good off the back of the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. LaVine dishes to Carter. Back to LaVine. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Gordon's got his 6th rebound on the night. And stolen by White. LaVine passes to Carter. Back to LaVine. Over Augustine. And it's LaVine that time on the assist from Carter. LaVine's got 5 now. Smitty, you played with the U.S. national team. Would you say they allow more physicality in FIBA than they do in the NBA?
No, I think, Kevin, different parts of the game, there's more physicality. Like on the free throw line, boxing out. Like going up for rebounds, they let a lot more than we're used to go. But usually the NBA players adjust, and they find their way.
Bulls shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
With Wendell Carter Jr., you love the do-it-all ability, the understanding of the game.
Chicago making a switch here. Young's checked in for Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for LaVine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Dunn. Tries again. Bamba with the block.
Oh, the main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots.
And Orlando making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for the Bulls. Magic have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game. Aaron Gordon still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
Vucevic checked in for Kem Birch. Now, here's Dunn, guarded by Fultz. Dunn kicks to Young. Pass to Cornette. It's stolen by Fultz. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Got a hand on it. They get it back. Pass to Gordon. Ross on the wing. He has 5. The pass to Bamba. Just 5 on the clock. And the dunk by Bamba.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Magic ending the third quarter on a 15 to 3 tenths quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Magic leading by 6. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Young, Valentine out there with Dunn, and it's Cornette in at the 5 spot. Now here's Dunn. D right on him. Cornette passes to Young. His 3-pointers off the mark. Well, Orlando shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. And the jam by Ross.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
With their lead starting to stretch out just a little bit here late, they're in a prime position now to wrap this one up.
Passes it to Young. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Gordon dishes to Ross. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
The shot that time, not on target. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Valentine passes to Dunn. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Now the dish to Young. Clock at 6. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Orlando making some changes. Ennis, he's checked in for Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. Here's Satoransky. Plays it up and banks it in.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Magic leading by 10. And Vucevic kicks to Ross. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nice play there from Terrence Ross to create something on the trip and earn his way to the line.
When you look at the luxury tax structure, Smitty, it's now more expensive than ever to maintain a championship contending roster.
Yeah, it is, and I think it's a choice of a lot of these organizations. Some owners want to do it, some don't. But I think if you want to win a championship, you're going to have to open up your checkbook.
For 3, Levine. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Ross dishes to Vucevic. And he gets the bucket. Vucevic has got the lead up to 12 now for the Magic.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there. This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Ennis kicks to Ross. He dishes it to Vucevic. Pass to Ennis. He feeds it to Vucevic. And it's good. 2 points. Vucevic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
Ross with the steal. And now Augustine pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Satoransky. Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Yep, that one goes.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Good work there as it goes. Satoransky's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
At the line, shooting 2. Terrence Ross.
And he can't get the first one. White, he's checked in for Satoransky. Good on the second free throw. 1:05 left in the fourth.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Orlando.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easily.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Aaron Gordon.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
That time, Carter's length and vertical paying dividends. He has tremendous potential as a rim protector.
Now the Bulls with it, down by 12. Levine hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
Here's Vucevic, and it's sent back by Carter. And they get it back. And the second chance effort by Gordon. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Levine looking around from deep. Another three for Chicago.
Nice form, the elbow right in line. Zach LaVine has a fantastic looking shot.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think